Good morning, champions. Jesse Reynolds here with your WOD video for Monday morning. I think it's November the 17th, and this is going to be a very short, simple message. And I'm going to apologize in advance if this steps on your toes a little bit. If it does, that's a good thing because that means you have the opportunity to do something about it. And the title is jokingly referred to as "Don't Tag Me, Bro." And what that's in reference to is simply this: I'm noticing a trend more and more of what's going on out there across the team. The beautiful thing about Advocare is we are growing, we are exploding. One of the awesome tools we have is social media. Our Facebook group is a phenomenal resource for all of us to be connected because our team is literally coast to coast. We've got champions in Hawaii and Alaska and all over the country who are building a business with Advocare. So that is incredible, and we are excited about that. But the problem with social media is social media can be a crutch. It can be something that you lean on way too much and distracts you from actually building Advocare. So here's what I mean by "Don't Tag Me, Bro" specifically. This business is about picking up the phone and calling people. So I'll notice if we put out a call, a flyer for say a training webinar, or we put out a flyer for an opportunity call like the Hope for the Holidays call that was last night. Then all of a sudden I'll see somebody go on and they'll tag 30 people. So that can give you the feeling like you're doing Advocare. Now, that is not doing Advocare. If you want to tag somebody, the only acceptable reason to do it would be because you first pick up the phone and call them, and then in follow-up to that conversation, you say, "Hey, Betty, here it is." If you have not first spoken with someone, if Danielle Butler put some incredible posts up the past couple of days. She and John are breathing fire as they've come back from Destination Diamond. And she's talking about all sorts of great perspectives with recruiting and putting the work and effort in to build your business. So those are great training nuggets. You need to be first making sure that you are doing those things. If you have not made an outgoing phone call today to talk to somebody and share your message of Advocare with them, then you don't have any time to be tagging other people to try and get them to go do Advocare. Our teams are only going to do half as much or less of what we do. So I want to simply ask you to do this one thing every time before you think of tagging somebody. This one thing is simply this: ask yourself, have I made an outgoing call to a prospect today? If you have not done that, stop right there. Do not tag someone. Go build your business first, and then if you have some time left over afterwards, then you can start tagging people. And if you want to tag people then, it still is only in follow-up to a conversation. So if you see a flyer for an event up in Chicago, and you got your team member Sue up there in Chicago, don't just tag Sue and say, "Hey Sue, who can you get in the room?" Pick up the phone and call Sue. Paint some vision for her of why she needs to be there. Help overcome some objections she may have going on. There's childcare and all sorts of different things. There's going to be like a blizzard going on tomorrow, I guess, apparently. So, there's all different stuff like that that's going on. Talk to her about those and then help coach her on the word choices, the people on her list, and help teach her how to invite. Then if you want in follow-up, you can tag her on a flyer just so she has the details. But that should be the last thing that you do. So again, this is what we're going to do from now on because you guys are champions. It's okay. All of us make mistakes in our Advocare journey. Beth and I have made more mistakes than you could ever imagine. But the thing is, the difference between successful distributors and unsuccessful distributors is successful distributors stop it. We make mistakes in the past, and then we stop making those mistakes. We correct our actions, and then we start doing the things that actually get us paid. So we are never going to tag someone unless we first have made an outgoing call to a prospect or a follow-up call to build our business so that we are leading by example, doing the things that actually get us paid. And then if there's events going on in someone's area, whether it's an opportunity call virtually or whether it's something local and live, we are going to make sure and pick up the phone and call them. We have got Diane McDaniel coming to town. She's going to be about an hour and a half south of Beth and I. I got a list of 30 phone calls I'm going to be making over the next couple of days to personally invite people. I want you to think about the size of our team. If I can still find time to pick up the phone and call people, then that's probably because that is the most important thing that we can be doing. So again, in closing, we are never going to tag somebody unless we have first put time into actually building our business, making outgoing calls to prospects and follow-up calls. And or B, We are only going to tag people on flyers after we have had a conversation with them about that topic. That also applies for this WOD video. If this is striking a chord with you, that's awesome. I hope that it is, because the point of this is to cause a change in behavior to help you get where you want to be. But so this is making you think of one of your team members. Don't just tag them. Pick up the phone, call Sue, and say, hey, Sue, you know what? I got something on my heart. This message is really connecting with me. Can you check this out? And then use the video as a third-party tool, but only after picking up the phone and calling somebody. Our society, our culture is moving more and more away from having conversations. This business is built by conversations over the phone or in person. There will never be a replacement or substitute for it. You guys are champions. I look forward to all of you going out there and earning the all-in cash incentive that started yesterday. What would happen if you simply put the work in and you sponsor 10 new distributors over the next 30 days? You guys are champions. Let's have an awesome pay period close.